Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine you're witnessing a spell go catastrophically wrong.
Right.
Sending this wave of ancient power across a room. Then, just moments later, you're in a car hurtling down a highway. And boom, 7 massive wolves appear out of nowhere, intent on destruction.
Yeah, it's incredibly intense right from the start. That's the kind of immediate, visceral feeling we're diving into today.
And it is quite the plunge. Today, we're taking a deep dive into excerpts from the transcript of a Paranormal romance audiobook.
And importantly, this isn't a summary about the book.
No.
Our source material is the actual text, the transcript itself.
Exactly. It gives us a direct window into this world where, well, supernatural events collide with human and werewolf emotions in pretty dramatic ways.
You can really feel it.
So think of this deep dive as navigating a twisty, dark forest of narrative. Our mission, your mission really, is to cut through the chaos presented in these pages.
Right. We're going to identify the key players.
Who are they?
Map out the bizarre, often terrifying events unfolding.
Yeah.
And most importantly, try to understand the central conflicts and the intense relationships being woven together.
It's all about taking this specific story, these words on the page, and seeing what crucial nuggets of knowledge and insight we can pull out together.
Exactly. We're here to be your guides, helping you see the patterns, understand the stakes, and appreciate the details that really make this narrative tick.
Okay, so let's jump right into the action. It really starts with what feels like the inciting instant, a moment where everything changes for the central character, Katriona.
Yeah, the source material kicks off with a scene from Vanessa's point of view. She and her sister, Vivian, they're attempting some kind of spell.
And Katriona is the focus.
Katriona is the focus.
Yeah.
And right away, something goes deeply wrong.
Vanessa describes a violent surge of energy burst from her, meaning from Katriona.
Right. And this energy, it isn't just like a magical backfire.
No.
It's an active, forceful pushback coming from Katriona, powerful enough to send both Vanessa and Vivian flying.
Flinging both of us across the room, she says. It really paints a picture of how potent this was.
And what's immediately fascinating is the contrast in how the two sisters react. Vivian is just surprised, confused. What in the world was that?
But Vanessa, her reaction is much deeper. It's almost instinctive.
Yeah, she notes, I knew exactly what it was. I saw it in Katrina's eyes. Something ancient, something awakened.
So for Vanessa, this wasn't just a spell failure, it was an eruption. Something profound, something dormant inside Katriona just woke up.
That insight from Vanessa is absolutely key. It tells us Katriona isn't just a passive victim here.
Right.
There's power inside her or connected to her that was latent until this spell, whatever it was, acted as a catalyst.
It immediately makes you ask, what kind of spell was this? Why were they doing it to Katriona?
Exactly. What was the goal? The fact that it woke up something ancient. Well, it suggests the spell might have been meant to interact with this power, or maybe they had no idea what they were messing with.
And Vanessa notes that if she saw it, Vivian must have too.
Which implies Vivian is consciously choosing to deny what's obvious.
Yeah, setting up this fundamental difference in how they're processing or willing to process these extraordinary events.
And the fallout from this energy surge is immediate and honestly terrifying for Katriona herself. Alpha Jaden, who's also there, demands to know what's going on.
And Katriona's physical state just deteriorates alarmingly.
Precisely. Vanessa describes how she began to convulse, her eyes rolled back until only the whites remained.
Wow, that's a powerful visual. It suggests a severe physical reaction, like her body is struggling to contain this awakened power, or maybe being taken over by it.
But then, amidst all that panic and her physical distress, something truly, undeniably supernatural happens. A voice emerges.
Not from her lips, though.
No, not from her moving lips. It came a voice deep and thunders echoing from within Katriona, speaking in a language none of us recognized.
That detail is so crucial. The voice isn't hers. It's speaking through her. In a language no one understands. It just hammers home Vanessa's feeling of something ancient.
It feels like possession, almost, or her body is just a conduit for whatever this thing is.
Was this voice the something ancient? What was its purpose? A threat? A warning?
We don't know, but the text emphasizes the terror in the room. The power of this voice was palpable, overwhelming.
And yet, despite this utter chaos, this terrifying display, Vivian's reaction is just shockingly focused and cold.
Yes, this is where Vivian really cements herself as the antagonist in this scene. She just dismisses it.
Unbelievable.
Calls it just Katriona. She's toying with us. A complete denial of what everyone just saw. And then she insists.
Let's continue the spell.
Right.
It's incredible.
Vanessa, though, draws a line. She sees Katriona's state. She pleads, she's too weak. We shouldn't do this right now.
She even appeals to Vivian's, well, apparent lack of morality, says, I'm not heartless enough to hurt that innocent child.
Establishing Vanessa firmly as the moral counterpoint here. She's protective of Katriona, despite whatever history they have. And Vivian's response. It's chilling. It reveals everything. Her eyes harden. There's poison flashing in her gaze. She yanks her hand away.
And delivers that devastating line.
It's already done, my sister said coldly. Now my granddaughter has no competitor.
My granddaughter has no competitor. Wow, that just lays it all bare.
Exactly. She was using the spell, or something, because Katriona was competition for her granddaughter, Ileliana.
Likely competition related to Katriona carrying Alpha Jaden's children, right? A threat to Ileliana's future standing in the pack.
Almost certainly. And Vivian believes whatever she did the spell, maybe something before has already eliminated Katriona as that rival.
That it's already done is so heavy. What does it mean? Did the spell cause this? Or did she do something else beforehand? Poison, maybe?
The connection to Katriona losing the baby later feels undeniable. It points straight at Vivian, aiming to stop the birth of Jaden's child.
And the coldness, the taunt. What are you going to do about it, my darling stepsister? She sneered.
It's just brutal. Highlights the deep-seated hate between them. Even sharing a mother, as Vanessa notes.
And Vanessa's quiet reply, yes. I replied quietly, it is. It suggests she understands the gravity.
Yeah, she seems to grasp what Vivian's saying, maybe even connecting it to Katriona losing a twin before this, anticipating the worst.
And this intense, revealing clash between the sisters. It's all happening while Alpha Jaden is completely out of commission.
Which is another huge mystery in this opening scene. What happened to the Alpha?
Vanessa rushes to him, checks him over, no injuries.
But she sees he's deeply exhausted, neglected himself, barely ate and rarely slept, carrying the weight of this pack alone.
So his collapse doesn't seem like it was from a physical attack in that moment.
No, it feels linked to the supernatural stuff happening around Katriona. Vanessa's thoughts show her concern. Oh, you poor thing, what would we do without you? Establishes him as this selfless, burdened leader.
So was it the energy surge, the shock of the voice, something else tied to Katriona?
It feels supernatural or psychic. The fact he's just down, no injury. It's mysterious. Maybe connected to his budding mate bond with her being disrupted.
And his being unconscious removes him from the immediate picture, leaving Vanessa to deal with Vivian and the consequences for Katriona.
And those consequences are devastating, leading straight to the hospital.
Yes, the scene shifts there. Katriona's rushed in and the description is graphic. Blood soaked the floor.
Really emphasizes the severity of the trauma she's suffered, linked directly back to that incident.
Sandra's there, Vivian's granddaughter, but seems connected to Katriona too, maybe through adoption or surrogacy lines. She's panicking about the baby.
And amidst Sandra's real concern, you see the family tension again, through Ileliana, Vivian's other granddaughter.
Right, her cruel comment. Ileliana says, oh, what does that smell? It's disgusting, said Ileliana, Vivian's granddaughter.
And Vanessa internally connects it to her own earlier thought about Katriona having a rotten heart. Eliana just says it with open disdain.
Just reinforces the judgment Katriona faces. Vanessa notes she has to stop herself using magic on Eliana.
And then the doctor comes with the news.
The heartbreaking news. She lost the baby, confirms she'll be fine physically, needs rest.
But adds that crucial emotional observation. She won't talk. She's hurting deeply.
Yeah, confirms the physical trauma, but really emphasizes the profound emotional impact. She's nonverbal from the pain.
And the text notes this is the second baby she's lost, adds another layer of tragedy. Whatever Vivian did or whatever was unleashed, it was fatal for this pregnancy.
So the aftermath concludes with Vanessa returning home, only to face a volatile, enraged Alpha Jaden.
He's awake, and his reaction is immediate and intense. Eyes wild with fury, Vanessa says.
Before she can even explain, he lashes out, grabs her by the neck, lifting me effortlessly.
His fury is completely misplaced, blaming Vanessa, calling her a witch.
But his roar, what did you do to my mate, witch? That's incredibly significant.
Yes, even in that rage, his instinct screams, mate. The bond is already that strong for him.
Vanessa defends herself with a spell. Her hands burn his like silver.
Which is notable for werewolves, right?
Yeah.
Shows she has power, too.
But the second it works, he lets go, and the rage is gone, replaced by immediate remorse.
Vanessa, I'm sorry, he says. I know you would never hurt me or her. I'm truly sorry.
That rapid shift is revealing. He's capable of reason, trusts Vanessa deep down, despite the overwhelming alpha instincts.
So the confrontation highlights just how deep his connection and protectiveness towards Katriona already run.
Okay, so we've seen the immediate crisis from Vanessa's view. Now the narrative shifts to Jaden's perspective, but not in the pack house.
No, this is where it gets really strange. We experience what happened to him while he was unconscious.
And it feels like a different plane of existence. He remembers feeling someone poked me in the chest.
His vision blurring, like fog crawling over glass, voices echoing.
And then definitively, someone pressed their thumbs to my temples, and that was it. I collapsed.
So not exhaustion or shock. This was induced. Deliberate.
By who? Was it connected to the ancient voice? Or something else?
We don't know yet. But the sensor distortion, it paints this picture of being pulled into an altered state.
And where he wakes up is just bizarre. An old man's voice, a shore, vast ocean, limestone pebbles.
No trees, no buildings, nothing but water and sky.
It's stark, unnatural, not a physical place he knows.
Feels like a spiritual realm, a mental landscape, maybe a pocket dimension controlled by whoever brought him there.
But his alpha instincts are still sharp. He spun around instinctively on edge, his wolf stiffened inside me.
And the old man he hears. It's the same one he'd seen before near the woods.
Confirming a prior mysterious encounter, and the old man gets straight to the point.
I brought you here because we are not happy, Mr. Jaden.
The plural, we, that's huge. He represents a group, an entity.
And their unhappiness is clear. We're not happy with how your people treat our precious girl, Katriona.
And they focus on her emotions, which is unexpected. We hate it when she cries. We hate it when she's hurt, especially by you or any of your people.
Adds this layer of possessiveness, maybe tenderness, from this ancient, powerful group. Who are they? Ancestors, guardians, another species.
They know pack matters, seem connected to the werewolf world, but feel distinct, older.
Their possessiveness over Katriona, our precious girl, is intense. That's a key takeaway.
And the old man cuts right to Jaden's internal struggle about her.
They know his wolf chose her, because your wolf chose her. But they also get the human complexity.
They say, for Jaden, the human part, to stand beside her, your heart must be empty enough for her to enter.
Wow, that's a powerful metaphor. Empty enough for her to enter.
Meaning any lingering feelings for someone else, Sophia, his previous mate, are blocking him.
And the old man confirms it, sees right into him. Right now, it's not, there's still someone else in your heart. You have let it go, you're in conflict.
So this entity knows about Sophia and knows it's interfering. Are they testing Jaden? Setting conditions?
It certainly feels like it. That internal conflict they pinpoint is exactly what Jaden wrestles with later.
And the message shifts from complaint to warning. And a surprising offer.
A very clear warning. If you're not ready, stop hurting her. Don't make her cry again. If you do, there will be consequences. Severe consequences.
But also an offer. But if you protect her, we will protect you and your people.
So they're not just punitive, they offer powerful protection, covering his whole pack. But it's conditional on how he treats Katriona.
Jaden asks who they are, why warn him, and the answer is, strange.
Because we like you.
What? That's unexpected. It's not just about Katriona. They seem to favor Jaden himself for some reason.
No, the old man says he revealed himself to warn Jaden before you make another mistake, and implies he'll meet the others when it's time. This is just the beginning.
Before he's sent back, Jaden asks about something from the past.
He asks, did you kill Alfredo and his witch?
Suggesting he suspects this entity might be behind past deaths, threats to the pack, maybe previous surrogates. Alfredo was likely an enemy.
The old man's expression darkens. Doesn't answer directly, but gives a chilling statement. Just know this, those who try to kill our girls suffer pain death.
Okay, that confirms they are capable and willing to kill those who harm our girls.
And explicitly links Katriona to this protected group, who are our girls. A lineage, a type, a role.
It hints at a much older, bigger conflict Jaden's stepping into, with his mate at the center, protected by this ancient lethal force.
And the encounter ends with a very physical, painful demonstration of Jaden's emotional block.
The old man pressed his palm over my chest right where my heart is, and his hand ignited.
Jaden feels searing pain. Fire was already there, searing something deep inside, from his heart.
And the old man says it plainly, see, your heart still belongs to someone else, not to our girl.
It's a direct physical manifestation of his tie to Sophia. The pain shows how hard it is to let go.
But then the offer. If you let go of the past and open your heart to her, we'll give you a gift through her, one that will help you protect your people.
A gift. Conditional on his emotional transformation, on fully accepting Katriona. And the gift comes through her.
Emphasizing her role isn't just mate or surrogate. She's a conduit for this ancient power or blessing.
What gift? Strength, power, a deeper connection we don't know. but it confirms she's vital to his future, the pack's future.
And then just as suddenly, it ends. Another set of thumbs pressed to my temples, and just like that, I woke up in my bedroom.
Back in his body, heart racing, my mind spinning, trying to process it all.
And he immediately starts connecting dots. Remembers a doctor seeing something strange in Katrina's body before. Notes she healed herself again after the spell incident.
He realizes she's not typical. Unusual physiology, self-healing, and he strongly suspects the old man, the entity, is tied to her, maybe even a grandfather.
Connecting that possessiveness, our precious girl, to family, lineage, linking the ancient power directly to her origins.
And those thumbs to the temples seems to be their signature move for controller transport.
Waking up crashes him back to reality, and the first news is devastating.
Instantly gets a mind link from the doctor. Alpha Katriona has had another miscarriage.
His reaction is just visceral. Blocks the link, overwhelmed by guilt.
He takes it all on himself. What kind of alpha am I? I couldn't even protect the woman carrying my children. Both my babies gone. This is my fault.
He blames his recklessness. Is that bringing her there? Past choices, the supernatural events.
It reveals how deeply he wanted children, a family. His plan is shattered twice now. He feels like a total failure.
Reflects on his plans. Hire a surrogate, have a son, raise him proudly. Thought you were ready to be a father. A bitter laugh escaped me. He wants to lash out, shatter things.
The second loss confirms Vivian's actions, or the supernatural upheaval, had fatal results. His turmoil shows the immense pressure on him as alpha for an heir, and his failure to protect Katriona and the babies is a massive blow.
His immediate instinct after hearing this, check on Katriona, which leads straight to that confrontation with Vanessa we saw earlier.
Right, but now we see it from his raw, grief-stricken perspective. He mindlings Sandra, learns Katriona, refuses to talk to anyone.
Goes downstairs, encounters Vanessa, recalls how he almost killed her just before apologizing, shows how overwhelmed his rage and grief were.
And Katriona's silence is her way of coping. Withdrawal, shutting down from the trauma.
The narrative then jumps forward 4 days. Tensions are simmering. Vanessa's POV gives us context.
Katriona's back at the Pat house, still silent, grieving. Vanessa visits, sees her turn away, but notices tears sliding down her face. Silent suffering.
Then Vanessa visits Vivian, who is now suddenly strangely ill, bedridden, refusing visitors.
And Vanessa connects it directly. Tells Vivian, "We both know why you're sick, and we both know the cure. You need to tell the truth. Ask for forgiveness. If you don't, there will be consequences."
Chilling. Suggests a supernatural or karmic payback for Vivian's cruelty. Maybe from the ancient power protecting Katriona?
Vanessa thinks confession is the only cure. Suggests it's a spiritual or magical illness. Even appeals for Eliana's sake, hinting Vivian's actions could harm her granddaughter too.
Despite their history, Vanessa tries to reason with her. Shows her connection to family, her moral center.
Her visit to the children's wing offers a moment of contrast, warmth.
But just as things seem quiet, another crisis. Katrina vanishes.
Jaden's in his office, prepping for a meeting with the Sultan's committee involving Gabriel's people, hinting at existing politics.
When Sandra's panicked voice comes through the mind link, "Alpha Katrina, she's run away from the house."
Jaden's reaction, immediate, intense, instinctual, severs the link. Rage and dread crashing over me.
Her running isn't just leaving, it's an escape. Driven by grief, trauma, the supernatural events, maybe fear of herself now.
Waiting 4 days suggests a specific trigger, or just reaching her breaking point.
Jaden's extreme reaction shows his fear of losing her again. Propels him into action. Alpha and wolf instincts take over.
Immediately shifts. Bones cracked and shifted into my wolf, charges into the woods to track her.
Her scent is fresh, frantic, and fading fast, conveys her panic, her desperation to get away.
He follows it, driven, until it vanishes. Her scent stops here.
Why? Does she have an ability to mask it? Related to the ancient power? Or did someone help her cover her tracks?
Jaden dreads. She remembers everything, believes she's dangerous.
But his wolf provides insight. She didn't go forward. I'm sure she doubled back. She's clever.
The wolf understands her mind, her capabilities. It's not just instinct, it's a shared connection, an understanding of their mate.
Jaden realizes the wolf is right. Turns back, finds her scent heading towards the highway, away from the pack house.
He figures her destination, home, or the hospital to see her brother, a link to her old life.
Calls for his car, clothes. Human pursuit now.
Yeah.
And during the drive, we get that deep dive into his internal conflict.
Yeah, this is pivotal for him. He grapples with Sophia, the mate bond, the entity's challenge about his heart not being empty.
His wolf pushes him. Are you really over her?
Jaden insists he is. Chose Katriona. Will erase Sophia from my heart for good. but his hands are trembling.
The wolf calls him out. Why the fuck am I shaking? Because you're confused, you haven't fully let her go. It's about making peace with the past.
And the wolf frames the bond powerfully. Katriona Havers is your mate. Our mate. She's the one who will bring you joy and give you peace of mind, but only if you let her in genuinely.
Elevates it beyond duty. It's about emotional fulfillment. Our mate, maybe implying shared ownership or pack importance.
Jaden vows to commit fully. I'm letting her in. No more pushing her away. I will protect her. I'm hers, she's mine.
This internal resolution, this commitment, happens right before he arrives at the hospital and faces an immediate, direct challenge.
Arrives during a storm. Catches 2 scents. Katriona's and another that made my blood boil, Gabriel. Instant visceral reaction to Gabriel.
And then he sees them. Gabriel's smiling at her, charming her. She's thanking him. A nurse even comments, Gabriel's handsome.
Gabriel just casually claims her, cuts Katriona off to tell the nurse, no nurse, I'm the lucky one to have her as my woman.
Publicly, deliberately, right after Jaden just committed internally. Triggers Jaden's primal instincts.
He nearly shifted right there and tore out his throat. But his wolf focuses on Katriona's fear. Don't be scared, princess. I'd never hurt you. Protective instinct overrides aggression towards her.
And Katriona's reaction to seeing Jaden, shock. Then she flinched, stepping back behind Gabriel.
Shows her fear of Jaden, likely from the trauma. And in that moment, she seeks protection from the charming newcomer. Misplaced trust, maybe?
Gabriel's timing feels strategic. His public claim is pure provocation, setting up the conflict.
Tension explodes. Jaden calls him out, links him to the meeting he was supposed to be at.
Gabriel acknowledges him, but stays arrogant, mocking, turns back to Katriona, calls her pumpkin.
Trying to assert familiarity, get under Jaden's skin. It works.
Jaden insists on talking to Katriona, but she bolts into her brother's room, overwhelmed.
Leaves the two alphas alone. Jaden challenges him. They move outside. Jaden punches him.
Gabriel's reaction, calm, unsettlingly calm, wipes his lip.
And when Jaden demands answers, Gabriel drops the bombshell. Since when was it a problem to help my mate?
She's my mate. Just like Jaden's wolf chose her, Gabriel claims her too. Direct challenge.
Can a werewolf be mated to two alphas? Is one bond false? A lie? How is this possible?
Gabriel's calmness is unnerving. Confidence. Or a hidden agenda. He repeats it. She's my mate too calmly.
Conflict escalates instantly from punches to full supernatural display.
Jaden, enraged, shifts instantly. Massive wolf form.
Gabriel doesn't hesitate. His own wolf form exploded forth, tall and wild, equally massive.
Two huge alpha wolves, snarling, ready to fight to the death over her. Primal mate bond conflict.
But just as they're about to tear each other apart,
they scream, tore through the air, human.
Jolts them back to reality. The human world crashing into their supernatural fight. Crucial timing. Prevents the fight. Forces them to consider exposure.
They shift back. Jaden asks what to do about the human witness. Worried about exposure, labs, dissection.
Gabriel's answer, utterly ruthless. Kill him, that's the only option. Sees as the only logical way to prevent exposure.
Jaden balks. We can't just kill him. Shows his moral line.
Gabriel scoffs. How the hell did you become an alpha with a heart that's soft? Highlights their fundamental difference.
They find the terrified human. Gabriel takes charge, silences him, orders Jaden to attend to my mate while he deals with the witness, implying lethal intent.
Jaden notes Gabriel's reputation. Ruthless, merciless. Coldness was legendary, even feared in his own pack. Tyrannical.
This contrast is key. Empathetic Jaden versus brutal Gabriel. How could Katriona possibly be safe or happy with someone like Gabriel?
While Gabriel is presumably silencing the witness permanently, Jaden handles the outside distraction.
Encounters a woman reporting the scream to security, confirms the risk of exposure, returns to Katriona's brother's room area.
Sees Katriona opening the door to two police officers, investigating the scream and growling sounds.
And this scene is just bizarre, darkly funny almost. Shows Gabriel's shocking disregard for norms.
Jaden watches Gabriel step up beside Katriona, still completely naked, and interact with the cops.
Doesn't hide, leans into it. Officer asks, were you kids playing mature games? Gabriel smirks. You're right, we were doing exactly that you just interrupted.
It's shocking. Brazen. Risks exposure maybe as a power play. Crude, provocative comments. Maybe trying to mark Katriona as his in this twisted way.
Katrina's reaction is pure mortification. Gasps, voice tight with embarrassment, slams the door, apologizes profusely.
And her worry isn't just the awkwardness, it's the social fallout.
Yeah.
Do you know what they'll tell the neighborhood? They already hate me. Now you've just given them more reasons.
Reveals she's already an outsider, judged by her neighbors. Gabriel just made it exponentially worse.
Jaden's reaction is mixed. Annoyance at Gabriel, protectiveness of Katriona, even a flicker of attraction at her human blush.
Police leave. Tension breaks. Katriona acts.
Furious, mortified, she marches over to Gabriel and, without warning, slapped him hard. Powerful assertion of her boundaries. Human anger.
Jaden instantly shields her. Knowing Gabriel's ruthlessness anticipates violent retaliation.
But Gabriel's reaction, completely unexpected, deeply unsettling. He smiles softly, finds pleasure in it.
Explains. Wow, Pumpkin, that felt good. I usually don't tolerate sass, but it's different with you. You're my mate, so I forgive you.
Then tells Jaden there was no need to shield her. Jaden, I'd never heard her ever.
Bizarre. Suggests the mate bond, or Katriona herself, affects even him. Makes her exempt from his usual brutality. Her defiance is enjoyable because she's his mate.
Despite his unsettling reaction, Katriona holds firm, orders him away.
Tells him directly, Mr. Gabriel, please leave my house. I never want to see you again. Rejects his claim unequivocally. I'm not your mate.
Calls out his disrespectful actions, the nakedness, the gossip it caused with neighbors who already hate me.
Her pain affects even Gabriel. Jaden notes his eyes soften. He heard the pain too. A flicker of something genuine. Remorse. Recognition.
Jaden mind-links Gabriel, tells him to leave.
Gabriel agrees, but his parting words are a challenge. Okay, Pumpkin, I'll go, but I won't lie and say I'll give you time. I'm not a patient man.
Intends to pursue her aggressively. Confident she'll fall for me just like you did with Jaden. Believes the bond will win her over. Or just arrogant.
Leaves, still naked. Sends a mind link to Jaden. Open rivalry declared, we'll be seeing each other often. She's mine now, and I'll make sure she stays that way.
And reminds him, don't forget we've got a meeting at your house later.
Yeah.
Brings the conflict straight to Jaden's territory. Gabriel is a formidable, ruthless rival.
With Gabriel gone, they're alone, processing the chaos, the dual mate claim. Katriona asks Jaden why Gabriel called her his mate.
Jaden tries to dismiss it. Ridiculous. Trying to simplify, protect her.
But Katriona has unsettling evidence, reminds him. Mates can hear each other's thoughts right, then asks the crucial question.
Then why could I hear both your voices in my head when your wolves came out? What does that mean?
Pivotal. Her ability to hear both wolf voices suggests a unique connection or ability, linked to both. Or her ancient power gives her broader perception.
Jaden clearly avoids answering. His throat felt dry. He deflects, says he'll explain at the pack house. Pushes the difficult truth away for now.
Leaves this huge uncertainty, her true nature, her place, bound to two rival alphas.
Despite the confusion, the danger, Jaden insists they leave immediately for the pack house. Fears Gabriel might return, take her by force.
Katriona hesitates, worried about her damaged house. Her mother's house. Shows attachment to her normal life. Reveals she lost her phone during her abduction.
Another reminder of past trauma, her isolation.
Jaden offers his phone for cleaning service details. His urgency is clear. We need to leave now. Gabe might return. He'd do anything just to take you with him. Sees Gabriel as a ruthless threat.
Meets her address at the pack house. They have to see her grandmother at the hospital. Grandmother is protective, observant, asks questions.
Jaden spins a web of lies. Katriona framed at work. He has proof, needs to drive her to the office. They work in clothing retail.
Grandmother is skeptical.
Yeah.
You don't look like a coworker. Are you her boss? But Jaden implies Katriona didn't tell her to avoid worry. She gives the address. Seemed unconvinced.
Nights the grandmother is staying with the brother. Katriona lives alone. Highlights her isolation, vulnerability.
The drive back reveals more of Katriona's vulnerability, the judgment she faces.
Leaving her neighborhood, neighbors are peeking from windows. Their judgmental stares felt like daggers. Whispering. Reacting to the police incident.
Jaden shields her. Confirms her feeling that neighbors already hate me. Adds this layer of real-world social isolation.
Katriona is distressed, opens up to Jaden, wonders about life if her mom were alive, feeling like hiding from stares, ties it back to past loss, lack of support.
Says just a person's gaze can hurt. Expresses fear Jaden might leave too if she opens up. Fear of abandonment from past trauma.
Jaden offers to share her burden. I'll carry it with you. But this emotional moment is shattered by sudden, violent danger.
Highway attack. 7 rogues, wolves in full form, stood in the middle of the highway. A clear ambush. Target, Jaden's car. Organized, purposeful. Jaden slams brakes. Car attack. Pushes off the road into the woods. Flips. Crashes downhill. Visceral.
Jaden's internal thought. Katriona screamed. Please, anything but her. Please, God, not her. Prioritizes her life above all else. Confirms his bond, commitment.
Car crashes against a boulder. Leaking gasoline. Imminent explosion threat. Katriona unconscious, bleeding.
Who sent these rogues? Gabriel, another enemy. Timing feels significant right after Jaden committed to her. A consequence, a wider threat.
Miraculously, Katriona wakes up. guided by a mysterious voice, a whisper, sharp as it was surreal, telling her, "Open your eyes, girl."
She's in pain, thrown into the back seat, notes her injuries, gashes, torn skin, and makes that chilling comment.
Calls this the second worst death scenario I've lived through.
What could be worse? Hints at a deep, unrevealed trauma history before all this, but her first thought is Jaden.
Danger isn't over. She crawls out just before the car exploded in a burst of flames.
Destroys transport, emphasizes their isolation, narrow escape. Sees Jaden rushing towards her.
Completely naked panic etched into every line of his face.
Naked confirms he shifted fast to get to her. Panic focused solely on her safety.
Checks her injuries. She winces, blames herself again. It was my fault. I wanted the breeze. The forest had taken its revenge.
Trauma response. That forest revenge comment is curious too. Does she sense something sentient or just metaphor?
Jaden is practical. Can she move? Tells her, I'm going to shift and I need you to hop on and hold tight. Ride his wolf form back.
Katriona balks. Disbelief, human revulsion, fear. Ride your werewolves back. Like, ride it. Do I look like someone who rides massive wild animals?
Jaden explains gently. Only way. And asks her to stop calling him a wild animal.
He feels hurt when you say that.
Emphasizes none of us we're not monsters. Crucial bridge between her human fear and their reality. His wolf feels hurt by her words. Shows the bond's sensitivity. Jaden shifts. Katriona witnesses the full transformation. Detailed description. Bones cracked, contorted. Massive, majestic, terrifyingly beautiful.
Captures the awe and terror, notes the details. Gray fur, amber eyes, colossal size, feels like a doll beside him.
Despite fear, her reaction is wonder. Most beautiful creature I'd ever seen.
Significant. Suggests her feelings, or the bond lets her see past the monstrous to something else. Foreshadows acceptance.
He then tries to heal her. Wolf form healing. She reaches out, flinches from pain, wolf tenses, hears his voice in her head. Let me heal you, my love.
He licks her face, her internal reaction. Yeah. Whoa, that's gross! Human sensibility clashes with supernatural act.
But she sees pain in his wolf eyes, apologizes. He licks her injured hands, licking blood away. Disgusting and tender all at once.
Pivotal. After he licks her hands, the pain is gone. She can touch him now. His voice confirms. Now you're free to touch me, my mate.
She touches him, gasps. How did you do that? Is it magic? Confirms the wolf bond healing power. Removes the pain barrier. Shows the bond's sensitivity. Her revulsion hurt him.
But the calm is shattered. Bone-chilling growl. New threat. Jaden's voice in her head. Stay here, my love. Don't move an inch and close your eyes.
Two massive wolves appear. Rogues from the ambush. Jaden lunges instantly, dispatches them with terrifying speed, efficiency, tearing through them effortlessly, leaving carnage.
Showcases his alpha ferocity defending his mate. Katriona watches in horror, trembling, but remembers his promise. They can't hurt us.
Wolf returns, mouth bloody, gently scolds her for not closing her eyes. Reiterates his claim, promise. You're mine now forever. You'll get used to this eventually, I promise. We will never hurt you.
Stark contrast. Monstrous violence against threats. Absolute gentle protection for mate. Promise she'll get used to this. Acknowledges the shock. Implies this is their future. Who sent these rogues? Gabriel again.
Threat gone. Wolf lowers for her to climb on. She hesitates, but does it. Grips his fur. He tells her, relax. Hold on tight, my love.
Closes her eyes, feels the wind, and despite everything, I felt safe. The ride symbolizes reliance, acceptance, safety found amidst chaos.
Arrive quickly. Jaden shifts back. Katriona, maybe trying to connect, says she enjoyed the ride. His fur is softer than my bed.
Jane replies, he's happy to know that. Her comment humanizes the wolf form. His reply blurs Jaden Wolf consciousness, shows the wolf feels her affection.
Arrival met with pack reactions. Sandra hugs her, relieved. Welcome back, girlfriend. I thought I'd lost you forever.
Jaden clarifies status to Pack. She's my girlfriend, solidifying her position, deterring rivals.
Katriona needs space, explains accident. Jaden's wild animal healed her. Jaden snaps about wild animal again. Wolf's sensitivity. She blushes, heads upstairs, notices everyone was staring at me.
Pack staring. Worry. Awe. Confusion. Jaden protective accepts their worry for his mate. Shows her importance now.
Then Jaden makes that unilateral statement about their room, tells her old room isn't hers anymore, it's ours now.
Opens his bedroom door. Your things are already inside. Katriona stunned, protests lack of consent. Jaden's response, grounded in their world's rules.
You're my mate, Katriona mates. Share everything, including a bed. Establishes her place firmly in the pack structure, regardless of her readiness.
This, plus lingering questions about mind linking, leads to her trying it, and that mortifying discovery.
Alone in their bathroom, needs pads. Recalls Jaden saying, mate's mind link. Decides to try.
Her internal attempt is revealing. Tries simple request. Jaden, I need pads, please. then affectionate terms. Jaden, my mate, my love, my hot boyfriend, do you hear me or not?
Gets no response.
Yeah.
Frustrated, vulnerable, speculates, lying, playing her, just acting like a dick again. Shows her conflicting feelings, attraction, suspicion, insecurity.
Shock comes when Sandra brings pads, embarrassed. How did she know? Sandra reveals the awful truth. When Katriona tried, Jaden had an open channel with the whole pack.
Katriona's horror. Wait, are you saying you all heard me every word from my hot boyfriend to everything else? Utterly mortified, wants ground to swallow her.
Shocking breach of privacy. Highlights pack mind link interconnectedness. Her ability to use the link at all suggests development. Her mortification is deeply relatable, private thoughts, attraction broadcasted.
This humiliation, piled on everything else, trauma, loss, supernatural chaos, rival, attack, intensifies her turmoil, solidifies her desire to leave.
Internal monologue captures her grief, insecurity, confusion, processes the mind link humiliation, asks Sandra about Gabriel. Sandra defers.
Alone, reflects on life, losses, mother, twins, dashed motherhood hopes, questions if she deserves happiness. Overwhelmed by potential dual mating werewolf world craziness, considers researching it to survive.
Grapples with self-blame for miscarriages, signs she needs to leave, suspects Jaden's motives, lied about Bond to keep her, get her pregnant again. Did she fall for him? Did Gabriel tell Jaden about her feelings?
Shows her deep trauma, struggle to trust, immense pressure. Suspicion of Jaden stems from past experiences, difficulty believing safety is possible for her.
Jaden arrives in their room, bought her a new phone, tries to deflect from mind link incident, her turmoil, focuses on practical needs. Hungry. Hasn't eaten.
Katriona snaps. Grief. Raw.
How can you talk to me like that I lost my babies 4 days ago? Can't handle normalcy. Expresses pain, feeling misunderstood.
Emphasizes he can't know her specific loss.
Yeah.
You'll never understand you're not a woman. You'll never know what it feels like to lose something that was growing inside of you.
Cry of profound grief. Isolation.
Jaden's reaction shows his own pain. Expression softens. Pain flashing through his blue eyes. Gently turns her to face him. Katrina, don't ever say that again.
Acknowledges her point about physical experience. Not a woman. Never know how it feels to miscarry, but asserts his grief. But I was their father. I wanted them more than anything.
Explains pressure to be strong as Alpha, but I'm hurting too. Tries to find solace. Maybe it just wasn't the right time. Coping mechanism.
Crucial shared vulnerability. Drops Alpha facade, reveals personal grief, desire for children, bridges some distance. But Katriona draws a darker conclusion. Pulls away. Convinced miscarriages are a sign that I need to leave this house.
Believes she was naive, blinded by happiness, forgot who I am. Miscarriages are a wake-up call. Concludes she doesn't belong. Her presence brings danger.
Bring danger, cause too much pain, people are dying because of me. Heavy burden of guilt, self-blame. Interprets events as proof she's inherently harmful.
Her declaration. Jaden, I don't belong here. I love you, but I have to go. Tragic conflict. Feelings versus conviction, she's deadly. Forgot who I am, suggests feeling lost, forgetting her vulnerability or true dangerous nature.
Jaden reacts strongly. Face darkens. Demands specifics. People dying because of her. Doesn't accept her self-blame.
Katriona hesitates, then mentions Vivian. One of the older women, Vivian, right, and she died. Intuitively links Vivian's death to her presence.
Jaden's reaction. His eyes widened, he went silent. Confirms her intuition. She asks how she knew, since he restricted info.
Her reply. Simple, supernatural. I just knew. Confirms abilities beyond normal perception, intuitive knowledge, linked to ancient power, mate bond.
Jaden breaks silence. Firm resolve. I'm not letting you leave. Yes, Vivian died, but she deserved it.
Chilling. Deserved it. Confirms Vivian's death was consequence. Ruthless alpha justice. Harming mate results in retribution. His refusal to let her leave. Absolute alpha authority. Mate bond strength.
Jaden steps closer. Insists he does understand why she feels responsible. No, I do understand. Then reveals the dark, terrible truth.
The rule governing force is protecting her. I do know. I know that whoever hurts you, truly hurts you, dies.
Most significant, chilling revelation. She protected by a deadly force. Retaliates lethally against those who truly hurt her. Validates her feel people die because of me. Not through her actions, but consequence of actions against her activating protection.
Shifts her role, not just victim, central, powerful, dangerous figure. Life and death revolve around her, makes being near her perilous for enemies. High stakes confirmed.
Episode ends with Katriona's internal monologue. Overwhelmed. Walking alone in rain metaphor, trying to drown pain. Heavy storm inside. Shadow falls, but feels all alone.
Imagery reflects the darkness, grief, fear, pressure. Grappling with loss, supernatural reality, shocking truth about her dangerous significance.
Wishes rain would wash away pain. desperate for release. Says she'll find my way, spark of resilience, but confesses, tonight just let me break.
Underscores depth of trauma, weight she carries, needs to collapse under pressure. Feeling all alone despite Jaden highlights internal isolation. Leaves us wondering how she'll reconcile her nature, feelings, the deadly danger she embodies. What an intense journey we've taken through these excerpts. Wow, we started with that chaotic spell.
Right, saw ancient powers surface, tragic consequences.
Jaden's surreal encounter with that entity, the conditional gift, the chilling rule.
Faced Gabriel's challenge, the dual mate claim.
Navigated violent attacks, supernatural healing, the wolf ride.
Endured that mortifying mind link incident.
And finally arrived at that devastating conversation about loss, intuition, and the truth that anyone who harms Katriona seems destined to die.
Yeah, this deep dive really let us extract crucial insights into motivations. Vivian's ambition.
Jaden's internal conflict, his commitment.
Gabriel's ruthlessness. His unsettling claim.
And Katriona's trauma, her resilience, those growing, terrifying, intuitive abilities.
And we uncovered key dynamics of this world. Ancient powers, complex mate bonds, wolf healing, mind-linking mishaps.
And those severe, lethal consequences for crossing those tied to ancient power.
Our mission was to navigate this rich text, pull out what's important, and we've definitely done that. Core conflicts, high stakes, supernatural rules, the twists.
It really gives you a shortcut, doesn't it? To understanding the complex world these characters are living in, seeing it directly through their experiences.
It leaves us with so much to think about. Really does.
Like, if anyone who truly hurts Katriona dies, what does that mean for Gabriel? He openly challenged Jaden for her.
And what about Jaden himself? Katriona felt he caused her profound pain through the losses, the trauma. What consequences await them? And what power does that rule leave in Katriona's hands, even if she doesn't understand it?
Right. Or only sees herself as dangerous.
And think about her unique abilities. That just knowing truths, hearing both alpha minds, is this tied to the ancient power? Does it mark her as something more than just a mate?
Perhaps a bridge, a nexus of power herself. Her true significance feels like it's only just beginning to surface.
It certainly feels like there is much, much more to uncover about Katriona Havers and the forces now swirling around her.